It's the same intro music, the same opening scene, the same lines repeated, word for word. You can recite the dialogue by heart now, and every day, without fail, your child asks for that show again. Not a new episode, not a different series, the same one. And if you suggest something else, resistance, anxiety, sometimes a full meltdown. So the question quietly forms, is this healthy comfort or is this avoidance? Is this regulation or rigidity? Today we're going to untangle that gently, because when an autistic child wants the same show every day, it's rarely random. Ready? Because this is Kind Parent Collective, less perfect parent, more real one. The safety of predictability. Let's begin with something foundational. The autistic brain often craves predictability more intensely than the neurotypical brain. Predictability equals safety. When your child watches the same show repeatedly, they already know what will happen. There are no surprises, no unexpected loud sounds, no confusing social dynamics, no plot twists. The uncertainty is gone, and when uncertainty is gone, the nervous system softens. For many autistic children, the world feels unpredictable and overstimulating. School changes, social rules shift, sensory input floods in, but that show, it stays the same every single time. Repetition in this context is not stagnation, it's stabilization. Familiarity lowers cognitive load. There's another layer most people don't see. New content requires processing. Characters, emotional tones, problems to solve, facial expressions to interpret. For a child who already spends much of the day decoding social information, that cognitive load is heavy. When they rewatch the same show, the processing demand drops dramatically. Their brain isn't working as hard, it's resting. What looks passive may actually be recovery. And recovery is not avoidance, it's regulation. When it's comfort. So when is it comfort? It's comfort when your child seems calmer while watching, their body relaxes, they stim gently, they quote lines happily, they transition away with support even if they protest. The show functions like a weighted blanket for the brain. It organizes the nervous system. It gives predictability in a world that often feels chaotic. You might even notice they reference the show in daily life, using characters to explain emotions, replaying scenes to understand social rules, reenacting dialogue during play. In these cases, repetition is integration. They aren't stuck, they're mastering. When it starts to look like avoidance. Now let's talk about the harder part. When does comfort cross into avoidance? Avoidance shows up differently. The show becomes the only tolerated activity. Transitions away feel impossible, not just difficult. Your child uses the show to escape every demand, even basic needs like eating or bathroom breaks. Anxiety spikes immediately when the screen turns off. In these cases, the show may be functioning as a shield, not just comfort, but refuge from overwhelm. And that distinction matters because refuge tells us something deeper is going on. Avoidance often signals unmanaged stress, sensory overload, social exhaustion, demand fatigue, anxiety that hasn't been named yet. The show isn't the problem, it's the coping tool. The regulation versus escape spectrum. Rather than labeling it as either comfort or avoidance, it may help to see it as a spectrum. On one end, repetition builds security and learning. On the other end, repetition becomes a way to avoid discomfort that feels unmanageable. Most children move somewhere in the middle, and that middle shifts depending on the day. After a long school day, more repetition. After a social event, more repetition. During illness or big transitions, even more repetition. This isn't regression, it's recalibration. The nervous system is asking for something familiar because something else feels unstable. A gentle way to assess. Instead of asking, should I stop this? Try asking,
what need is this meeting? Is my child overstimulated during the day? Are transitions too abrupt? Is anxiety high right now? Is school especially demanding this season?
Sometimes the answer is not limiting the show. Sometimes the answer is increasing regulation outside of it. More sensory input, more downtime, more predictability in routines, more collaborative transitions. When regulation increases, dependency often softens naturally. Expanding without threatening safety. If you do want to gently expand beyond the same show, the keyword is gentle. Safety first, expansion second. You might watch the show together and talk about it. Introduce a new show with similar themes or animation style. Offer same show first, new show second. Create rituals around turning it off so the ending feels predictable. The goal is not removal, it's widening the comfort zone. When expansion feels collaborative instead of forced, resistance lowers. And importantly, timing matters. Trying to expand during high-stress seasons rarely works. What screen time debates miss? There's a lot of cultural anxiety around screen time, but screen time conversations often ignore neurodivergent context. For many autistic children, screens provide structured, predictable input. Unlike real life, characters follow scripts. Facial expressions are exaggerated and easier to read. Story arcs repeat patterns. Some children learn emotional literacy through repetition of scenes. Some process social information by replaying episodes. The issue is rarely the screen alone. It's whether the screen is supporting regulation or replacing all forms of connection and engagement. And that distinction requires observation, not assumption. The parent guilt layer. Let's pause here, because many parents feel judged. You may wonder if allowing the same show daily means you're giving in, or missing something, or creating dependency. But parenting a neurodivergent child is not about following generic screen time rules. It's about reading your child's nervous system. If the show helps them recalibrate after a hard day, that's data. If the show becomes their only coping tool, that's also data. Neither requires shame, both require curiosity. Repetition can be a bridge, a buffer, a decompression tool, a mastery exercise, a safe emotional rehearsal space. And sometimes, yes, it can be a temporary escape from overwhelm. But even escape tells a story. And when we listen to that story, instead of fighting it, we get closer to the root. If your child needs the same show every day, you are not failing. Repetition is a language. Instead of rushing to remove it, try understanding it. And when you respond with curiosity instead of control, flexibility grows from safety. Remember, if today was rough, you still did enough. Catch you on the next one.